Time is flying by, make the most of it. Every day a second passes. You need to realize that you need to make the most of it. There's nothing else more important than time. Time is money. Time is loving. Time is literally everything. If you don't have time with your family, you're going to regret it. If you don't have time to achieve your goals, you're going to regret it. Realize that time is everything. It's a tool and it's a currency. It's more valuable than money, but you must trade it sometimes for money. Everyone villainizes eventually that guess what? You have to trade your time in the beginning for money. You do. Because you always have to, because you have no value as an individual. You're a number on a screen, okay? There's 8 billion people that have the similar DNA as you that are humans. They, at least 1% can do better than you, can do it better than you. So you just have to trade your time for it. Make the time worth it though. God has given you this time on the planet to for you to do anything with it. Live your dreams. As humans, we don't really have purposes, right? We just assign ourselves to them because we want to make our life worth living. We do, because without a purpose, what is life? Imagine you have your job. No, imagine you're an F1 driver, but you've like, what are you gonna do? An F1 driver isn't gonna feel like at home if they don't have the identity of an F1 driver, right? If a musician doesn't play music, they won't feel at home on Earth, right? And let's get into the aspect of time. Time is valuable. Why? Because every single second counts. Every single second does actually count. You don't count it, but guess what? 3 seconds just went by. Some people just died. Some people just got married. You never know. Time is valuable, and I'm going to give you one aspect. When somebody's mean to you, you probably let them affect you a third of the day, right? You let them affect you maybe 6 hours, because obviously you might be a little bit insecure or mentally ill. Not mentally in a bad way, but it's really a power to not let them impact you. And I'm going to show you how time is so valuable because let's translate it into money, a currency that you understand, but you don't really want to talk about. The amount of seconds in a day converted to time is 86,400 seconds, or dollars, or USD, or yeah. Imagine if somebody took away $20,000 from your day. You'd be mad, right? But when they take away 20,000 seconds from your day, you're fine. You don't perceive time as and money as a scale that is actually like properly balanced. You must realize time is more valuable than money. It really is. But you don't perceive it because why would you? Your life feels so long and like in front of you. It feels so far away, the end of your life. But the beginning seems so close. Yesterday seems so close. A few years ago felt so close. It feels like it was yesterday that I was 10 years old. Do you get what I mean? You don't value time. And why is that? Because we live in a cycle. Life is a cycle. You go to your job, you pick up the kids, you do something else, and you do something else, you do something else on repeat every single week, every single day, completely. Subconsciously, conscious, doesn't matter. You do the same thing over again. Your brain shuts off. It does. Because we live in autopilot. Your body wants to save energy. And just because we do the same thing, muscle memory kicks in. And from that, you do nothing. Time flies and you don't realize that a full day just passed. Have you ever wondered why a day feels so fast? It's because you're doing the same thing over and over again. Why do old people feel that they go so much faster? Because they've done everything. They've done everything 1,000 times, 1,000,000 times. And it's just like that for them. Brain off, subconsciously done. Off also the perception of time, but you need to understand that you must value time more. And when you look far in front, you're always like, oh, 80 years. When you're lucky, by the way, 80 years. That is so far away. But when you're, of course, 80 years from now, you'll realize, oh, it wasn't that far away. Because you don't remember the, let's say, 79 years of time you spent in the cycle. You only remember 1 year, the moments, that one day, that one school day, that one summer day, that one winter, that one autumn. It doesn't really matter. Just the point is, you remember core moments. And that might be a blessing for some people, but it's not. And the core message of this is you must realize that time is more valuable, so you got to use it properly. Change your routine up. Do something different every single day so you remember. Because every single day you do a cycle and you don't even change anything, by the way. It basically dumbs your brain down and numbs it to any kind of activity, and you don't remember anything. Life is so valuable that I'm telling you this because it's a warning. It's warning what life is going to become. You will use ChatGPT every single day. You won't use your brain. Your phone has a scroll away when you need the dopamine. You will have an automatic car that drives you everywhere. You will be in a cycle. Your brain will be off. You won't do anything. You won't rebel. You won't do your own thing. You'll be sterile. You'll be a literal walking zombie because nobody wants you to do anything except be a slave and a number on a screen. It's better for them to you. Well, it's better for them for you to be the worker than the actual boss of them. You get what I mean? You should value time more. Ask your grandparents, ask your great grandparents, ask your parents. I bet you they wish they valued time more. Now, let's talk about time in money terms because that's what I'm good at. When time passes, patterns change. In the stock market, what I do, patterns change. So you must understand that money has influence. Money always has influence over time. It really does. Do you want your time to be horrible? Well, money can influence that. Do you want your time to be good? Money can influence that. It's the same idea of rich and poor. Money influences everything. Why do you think a world war takes so long? Because of money. Why do you think an event is so short? Because it takes money. You know what I mean? Money is literally the influence of everything. Literally everything. And time is vulnerable to that. Because the more money we make, the more we're going to invest in something that makes us sterile. Something that no longer makes us human. Because why would we want to be human? It's too much effort nowadays. Imagine the slap we'd get like 1,000 years back from our ancestors. It really is saddening how sterile and how slowly we are getting to that point of we're not going to think anymore for ourselves. And time is going to flash by just like that. God has given you a gift. And that gift is to live life. Live life with all the time you have because you have 70 years, 80 years, 100 years when you're lucky. And when you don't use it, you won't have anything. You won't remember anything. Make the life you have living. You never know if there's another life or there was a life before. You don't remember it. You remember this life. You remember what you did in this life. So make the most of it. Make this life where you're a billionaire, a model, an F1 driver, an actor, anything, a professional player, it doesn't really matter. Make that time worth it because if you don't make the time worth it, you won't make anything worth it of your life. You need, I mean, I've said you need to realize so many times that I'm literally just over and over again. You need to realize the purpose of your life is to act on time and do it. That is the full purpose. I'm saying purpose so many times because you don't get the overall point. The point is you need to get to it and do it and use that time so effectively that you haven't missed a second. Squeeze all the juice out. You need to because nobody else will. And look around. In my opinion, I am young enough to look around and realize I have no competition. Everyone is wasting their time. I'm partying. Yay! I'm doing something else. It doesn't matter. You have all the time in the world when you're younger. So if you're young and you're listening to this, don't party. Use your time correctly because you are lucky when you're young that you have no responsibilities. Make sure value time more than money because it really is. There is no competition, in my opinion. So I'm going to get into this idea. There is no competition anymore because nobody values time, like I just told you. They want to party. They want to do drugs. They want to go hang out with a friend. They want to have a girlfriend that just wastes 2 years of their lives. They want to do anything else except do the work because they're scared of the work. You want to know why so many people don't have businesses? Why they time delay? Anything with time. Why? It's because they don't want to work for it. This is the concept, okay? You start a business. You have habits behind it, right? You're like, I need to break these habits and then do the business. You don't want to do the business, so you won't break the habits and you're wasting time. Start the business, you're saving time, and then remove the habits. See how time is so much more relevant in this. Because if you put it in the equation, you will wake up and do it. Because nobody puts time into the equation. Like, your life can change in 6 months, in 3 months, in 1 month. In 1 month, you can wake up viral, rich. You could do anything in 1 month. God damn it, somebody become a billionaire in 6 years. If that is a motivation, what are you doing? Wake up to the cycle you're in and put time into the equation. You need to squeeze out every single juice because honestly, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You have all this. If you've squeezed every single juice, you've reached your max potential. You need to reach your max potential no matter what. Reach that potential, people.